Climate change is the defining issue of our time, and we are at a defining moment.
I have faith in what CZITT is doing because you are invoking, in fact, a force, an army that, in fact, will not surrender. And I'm talking about our children.
The Carbon Zero Institute of Trinidad and Tobago, CZITT, is a non-profit organization dedicated to TNT becoming a carbon-neutral country and a leader in sustainable practices.
It is intended to bring out in the school the awareness about matters of climate change and the environment and lead to action.
The CZITT team paid a visit to the 16 finalist schools and invited all students to become ambassadors and pledge to make the personal change and take positive action in the fight to save our planet. Now it's on to the knockout stages. The competition is fierce, the teams are prepped and ready. Who will emerge the winner?
In keeping with this country's commitment under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, and its proactive stance on climate action, SM Jaleel and Company Limited has embarked on an awareness-driving initiative by partnering with the Carbon Zero Institute of Trinidad and Tobago, CZITT, as its title sponsor for Season 2 of the 2023 National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz. Brought to you by Fruta. SM Jaleel's Fruta brand is proud to be the title sponsor of this competition. The brand is in its 40th year and has proudly offered its consumers over these years a healthy beverage option that has real fruit juice, rich in antioxidants with no added sugar. At SM Jaleel, we acknowledge our responsibility and opportunity to protect and improve the planet's health, and our commitment is to continue to create great beverages for the greater good while respecting our planet.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished teachers and students, esteemed judges, the Carbon Zero Initiative of Trinidad and Tobago team and members of the viewing public. I'm delighted and honored to address you at this, the grand finals of the National Secondary School Climate Quiz. Over the course of this season, I have been inspired and impressed by the collective passion and commitment demonstrated towards addressing one of the most pressing challenges of our time, climate change. In recent years, the world has awakened to the harsh realities of a rapidly changing climate. The impacts of climate change are becoming increasingly evident in every corner of the globe as we continue to witness extreme weather events, rising sea levels, melting glaciers, and devastating wildfires. In the Caribbean, hurricanes have had such devastating impacts that some countries in the region are left struggling to recover years after the events. Locally, we are experiencing more intense rainfall and increased flooding, as well as some days with much higher than usual temperatures. The urgency to act has never been more apparent, and it's heartening to see young minds like yours stepping up to the challenge. Today, we celebrate not just your knowledge, but also your dedication to understanding the intricacies of climate change and its many impacts on our planet. You have delved into the science, explored the social and economic dimensions, and recognized the need for immediate action. Through this quiz, you have showcased your ability to comprehend the complexities of climate change and its implications for every aspect of our lives. You have researched, studied, and developed a deep understanding of the causes, consequences, and potential solutions. Your enthusiasm and commitment to finding ways to mitigate and adapt to climate change are truly motivating. In the face of such an immense task, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless. However, I urge each and every one of you to remember the power that lies within you. You possess the ability to make a difference, both individually and collectively. Your actions, no matter how small, can create ripples of change with the potential to transform our world. It is crucial to remember that the fight against climate change extends beyond the walls of your school. It requires the active participation and collaboration of governments, businesses, communities, and individuals across the globe. By sharing the knowledge you have gained through this quiz, you have the power to influence those around you and ignite a chain reaction of awareness and action. The journey ahead will not be easy. It will demand perseverance, innovation, and resilience. It will require you and all of us to challenge the status quo, push boundaries, and embrace sustainable practices in every aspect of our lives. But I have no doubt that the collective brilliance and determination displayed by each participant in this quiz will pave the way for a brighter, greener future. As we come to the close of this season of National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz, remember that you are not just competitors, but united in your shared pursuit of a sustainable world. The knowledge and insights gained during this quiz will serve as a powerful catalyst for change. I urge you to carry the torch of awareness, ignite the flames of action, and together create a world where future generations can thrive. I would like to acknowledge the deep appreciation the CZITT team and all those involved in the organizing and execution of this very important initiative, and highly commend the many efforts in building greater environmental awareness and action among the youth of this country and other relevant stakeholders. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the finalists and to each and every student who participated in this journey. Your dedication to understand and combat climate change inspires hope for a better tomorrow. The future lies in your hands, and I have no doubt that you will rise to the challenge. Thank you.
It was a momentous day at SM Jalil and Company, as we had the honor of hosting a distinguished guest and respected statesman, former President Justice Anthony Carmona, SC Order of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, as patron of the Carbon Zero Institute of Trinidad and Tobago. Our partnership with the Carbon Zero Institute of Trinidad and Tobago, led by Donald Baldeosing and his team, has indeed been a rewarding one, as SM Jalil and Company recognize the importance of two key topics, the environment and youth. We commend Mr. Baldeosing for having the foresight to develop the National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz, which challenged the students of varying secondary schools across the country to sharpen their skills and knowledge of topics around reducing the carbon footprint, a topic we all know impacts us globally. SM Jalil and Company will be celebrating its 100th anniversary in 2024. As a company, we have been committed to excellence and innovation, and former President Justice Anthony Carmona was able to view that firsthand when he toured our manufacturing facilities, see the genesis of our iconic brands such as Chubby, well known and loved globally, and Fruta, the first high-quality juice in the world to be filled in aluminum cans without preservatives. At our state-of-the-art facilities, we are rigorously audited and receive international certifications annually. We continue to take steps to reduce our impact on the environment with our long-standing dedicated team, through initiatives such as beach cleanups, promoting recycling with staff, and improved efficiencies in our manufacturing plant. We continue to support and champion vital causes surrounding health, sport, and youth, charitable causes for those in need and support of the community. We are proud to be SM Jalil and Company, locally grown and internationally known.
CZITT is here to work with you on your environmental, social, and governance planning and programs. From the boardroom to the shop floor to the community, our team has the experience and expertise to develop special purpose solutions to suit your requirements. We conduct carbon audits and carbon reduction projects. We can help you track and account for your emissions reduction initiatives. CZITT designs workshops and specialized training activities for your staff and members, covering climate science, impact on people and business, and what we can do about it. We have projects in sustainable agriculture, education, and climate change awareness that need your donations. Let's talk.
Hello to you there and welcome to the CZITT National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz. I am your host Sachin Ramsabag and this is the grand finals. Both teams battling for supremacy. On my right we got Presentation College of Chaguanas. On my left, ASJA Boys College of San Fernando. And it is a gentleman's game. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both teams for getting this far. Well done indeed to both teams, and it is down to this, the grand finals of the Secondary Schools Climate Quiz. And I would like to invite Mr. Baldev Singh to please join me on set to offer his words of encouragement and, of course, get rolling with things.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ramsabag. So here we are. It's been a long road. These two schools have traveled it very well. ASJA Boys College of San Fernando in the competition for the first time and now coming into the finals. Presentation College Chaguanas, who after last year wrote us at CZITT and said, why are we not in CZITT competitions? And now here you are, and you're actually in the finals. It is wonderful to be able to greet you all here at this point in the competition. This competition started actually several months ago, and we had visits to almost 100 schools, and then the 16 schools that went into the finals. We had events a day, and His Excellency Justice Anthony Carmona, our patron, addressed 10,000 students, inviting them to become ambassadors in the fight against climate change. 10,000 students, together with the staff and everyone present, took the climate catastrophe pledge, and it adorns the walls of this set, where the students proceeded to sign the pledge to say that you understand that the world has gone past a climate change, we've gone past the climate emergency, and now we are at a climate catastrophe. Fortunately, and just looking at your performance in this competition, there is hope. And the hope is there in the young people of our country and of the world. So we're very, very happy that you've come to this point and that you are showing the leadership that we need to make the change to save the planet. I'm taking the opportunity now to invite His Excellency Justice Carmona to come on set together with Dr. Graham King of UWI to wish the teams all the best in the finals.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And you know what, folks? This is where we get straight to it. Let's go, Saeed. And your first question. Greenhouse gases absorb radiation in which part of the electromagnetic spectrum? Is it A, infrared, B, ultraviolet, C, visible, or D, X-ray?
A, infrared.
Yes, that answer is very much correct. Well done. Very good start to the competition. Keron, let's see if you can follow suit. Which of the following are greenhouse gases? Is it A, carbon dioxide, helium, oxygen, or chlorofluorocarbons? Is it B, nitrous oxide, water vapor, chlorofluorocarbons, and methane? Is it C, methane, oxygen, carbon dioxide, or nitrous oxide? Or could it be D, water vapor, helium, oxygen, and carbon dioxide?
B, nitrous oxide, water vapor, chlorofluorocarbons, and methane.
Very much correct, sir. Well done. We go to Rion, and your first question in this round of battle. What gases are the biggest contributors to climate change? Is it A, chlorofluorocarbons, ethane, nitrous oxide? Is it B, water vapor, chlorofluorocarbons, or ethane? Is it C, methane, carbon dioxide, or nitrous oxide? Or could it be D, sulfur hexafluoride, ethane, and chlorofluorocarbons?
C, methane, carbon dioxide, and nitrous oxide.
Yes, sir, that is the answer. Jump across to Aaron, and your question, sir. The largest growth driver for renewable energy since AR5 has been the dramatic reduction of which of the following? Is it A, cost of biogas? Is it B, cost of solar photovoltaics? Is it C, cost of batteries? Or D, cost of electricity?
Cost of biogas.
Unfortunately, that answer is incorrect. Rion, you have a chance to steal 5 points.
B, cost of solar voltaics.
Yes, that is the answer. We jump to Shivanand. What is the focus of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 17? Is it A, affordable and clean energy? B, partnerships to achieve the goal? Is it C, sustainable cities and communities? Or is it D, climate action?
I'd go with C, sustainable cities and communities.
Unfortunately, that answer is incorrect. Player number 3, Khalid, you have a chance to answer.
B, partnerships to achieve the goals.
Yes, that answer is very much correct. Well done. All right, Khalid, let's see how you do with this one, your official question. The term climate change refers to what type of challenge in Sustainable Development Goal 13? Is it A, personal challenge, B, international challenge, C, global challenge, or D, local challenge?
C, global challenge.
That answer is unfortunately incorrect. We jump across to Shivanand. You have a chance to answer.
I'd go with D, local challenge.
That answer is also incorrect. The proper answer should read B, international challenge. We go to Xavier. And Xavier, your question, my friend. What does MEA stand for in relation to climate change? Is it A, multilateral environment agreements? Is it B, multinational environment agreements? Is it C, mitigation environmental aspects? Or D, none of the above?
A, multilateral environmental agreements.
That answer is very much correct, yes. We jump across to Andre, and your question. What international treaty is the Paris Agreement an extension of? Is it A, the Kyoto Protocol? Is it B, United Nations Framework Convention for Climate Change? Is it C, Montreal Protocol? Or D, the Basel Convention?
A, the Kyoto Protocol.
Unfortunately, that answer is incorrect. Xavier, you have a chance to answer.
C, Montreal Protocol.
That answer is also incorrect. The proper answer should read B, United Nations Framework Convention for Climate Change. We jump across to Ariane. Ariane, and your question, my good friend. What is the CZITT 1,000 Trees Challenge? Is it A, schools each plant 1,000 trees on the compound? Is it B, organizations plant and map 1,000 trees? Is it C, CZITT dedicates trees to exemplars in society? Or D, trees are planted in a tough environment?
With A, schools each plant 1,000 trees on the compound.
Unfortunately, that answer is incorrect. Hemath, you have a chance to answer.
B, organizations plant and map 1,000 trees.
That answer is very much correct. Yes is the answer. We go to your official question. Which of the following is a locally grown tree that has a very high carbon sequestration properties and produces a healthy food? Is it A, moringa, B, banana, C, nuni, or D, neem?
A, moringa.
Very confident answer, yes. Well, here's where it gets even more interesting. The team questions, and we jump right into it. Presentation College of Chaguanas, you're up first. Remember, guys, 20 seconds to answer for 20 points. Let's go with it. Explain the analogy that, quote, if Trinidad were like a boot, we are losing some of our toes, end quote.
Okay, so the analogy, if Trinidad were like a boot, we are losing some of our toes. It means that Trinidad's original shape started as a sort of shoe shape. So with the tip of the shoe being the Cedrus Peninsula. So and with climate change, the sea levels are rising and the water is covering land at a alarming rate. So the toe part of the boot is being removed from a map view of the land.
Interesting development, and the judges will deliberate and check it out to see if everything's A-okay with that one. But Presentation College Chaguanas doing quite well. Both teams actually battling really well, and the answer is very much correct. Well done. Fantastically answered question to Presentation College. Educated me as well. I had no clue that was the analogy. Well, let's jump across to ASJA Boys College. Your question, guys. What are the threats that cruise ships pose to the Caribbean? 20 seconds, make it use.
The threats cruise ships pose to the Caribbean are firstly oil spills from the cruise ships, dumping of food waste from the cruise ships, dumping of untreated sewage into the oceans, and also cruise ships bring a large number of persons to the Caribbean at one point in time, and our natural environment cannot sustain such large numbers of persons at one point in time.
Very interesting answer. We just take a wait and see if the judges deliberate and ensure that that answer is A-okay. But you know what? ASJA Boys College, they've been doing quite well. And that answer, my friends, is very much correct. Well done. Both teams answering fantastically well. Let's take a look at the judges' tally and ensure that everything is A-okay. Well, poised at 50, we got ASJA Boys College of San Fernando, and just a mere 5 points ahead, we've got Presentation College of Chaguanas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the grand final. Do stay with us. We take a short break and we return with more right here on the CZITT National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz.
Fruta full of vitamin thing. Real fruit juice, full of vitamin. We got the vibes, Fruta. Real nice, Fruta.
Proud title sponsor of the CZITT National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz.
CZITT's e-learning platform was built as a COVID-19 response. We were inspired by the UN Secretary General calling for online teaching based on education for sustainable development. We developed a rigorous process and assembled a team of experts. The platform is an ecosystem of content targeting the CAPE syllabus with more than 500 teaching videos, quizzes, and a login for teachers. We also cover climate-smart agriculture, energy and water conservation, waste management, and sustainable transportation. Thanks to our partners and sponsors, you have supported more than 10,000 students. We want to raise that to 100,000 and even more. The platform is built to last. We are continuously upgrading and enhancing. Join us.
Welcome back to the show. This is the grand final of the CZITT National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz. We jump straight into it and we go to Saeed and your first question in this second round of battle. Approximately how many times can used paper be recycled, after which the paper fibers become too short and are filtered out by the recycling process? Is it A, 3, B, 7 or C, 10?
B, 7.
That answer is very much correct, yes. Karen, here is your question. Define the circular economy. Is it A, the branch of knowledge concerned with the production, consumption, and transfer of wealth? Is it B, hierarchy for money transfer? Is it C, the careful use of money resources and means of production? Or D, an economic system aimed at eliminating waste and continual use of resources?
D, an economic system aimed at eliminating waste and continual use of resources.
That answer is very much correct. Well done. We go to Rion and your question, sir. What are the 3 market-based mechanisms established under the Kyoto Protocol aimed at controlling and regulating greenhouse gas emissions through carbon trading? Is it A, joint implementation, carbon offsetting, clean development mechanism? Is it B, joint implementation, carbon auditing, international emissions trading? Is it C, joint implementation, clean development mechanism, international emissions trading? Or is it D, joint implementation, carbon offsetting, international emissions trading?
C, joint implementation, clean development mechanism, international emission trading.
That answer is very much correct. Well done. We go to Aaron. Trinidad and Tobago's peak electricity demand is approximately 1,300 megawatts. How much of this is provided by the renewable energy today? Is it A, 30% or approximately 400 MW? Is it B, 10% or 130 MW? Is it C, 1% or 13 MW? Or is it D, less than 1%?
Less than 1%, D.
That answer is very much correct. Well done. Jump across to Shivanand and your question, Shivanand. Here it is. Complete the sentence. Trinidad and Tobago is the what largest producer of carbon emissions per capita in the year 2018? Is it A, second, B, fifth, C, first, or D, third?
A, second.
That answer is very much correct. Well done. We go to Khaled, and here is your question. Which of the following choices is not a natural resource found in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it asphalt? Is it natural gas? Is it ammonia? Or is it oil?
C, ammonia.
Very much correct, sir. Well done. Xavier, we go with it. Fill in the blanks. Trinidad and Tobago has a very what economy due to its oil and gas production? Is it A, rapidly growing? Is it B, exponentially growing? Is it C, carbon intensive? Or D, highly intensive?
C, carbon intensive.
Yes, that is the correct answer. Well done. We go to Andre. And Andre, if sea levels continue rising at its current rate, what is the most likely outcome for Trinidad and Tobago by the year 2050? Is it A, completely submerged underwater? B, frequent and severe hurricanes? C, loss of coral reefs due to sedimentation? Or is it D, severe coastal erosion and loss of arable land?
D, severe coastal erosion and loss of arable land.
Very much correct. Well done. Both teams on a roll here, guys. Let's go to Ariane. Which of the following are some objectives of the National Waste Recycling Policy of Trinidad and Tobago? Is it A, to protect both human health and the environment? Is it B, to minimize overall quantity of litter? Is it C, to reduce waste sent to landfills by 60% by the year 2020? Or D, all of the above?
D, all of the above.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Very much so. Well done. We go across to Hamath, and Hamath is the man with the plan, he tells me. Let's go with it, Hamath. The effects of this anthropogenic-induced climate change is being seen worldwide. Which of the following natural disasters were direct consequences of climate change? Is it A, Amazon fires, B. Hurricane Katrina, C. The Australia fires, or D. All of the above?
D, all of the above.
Very much correct. Yes, that is the answer. Well, as with every other round, we jump into the team question. Remember, guys, 20 seconds for 20 points. Let's go with it. What is the process by which CFCs harm the ozone layer?
Okay, so a CFC molecule to start with has both a CCl bond and a CC fluorine bond, CF bond. So the CF bond is stronger than the CCl bond. So the stability of the CCl bond will be smaller. So the chlorine molecule is actually able to detach from the CFC, causing the one oxygen molecule from the ozone to attach to it, forming a chlorine oxygen free radical, and in the process disintegrating ozone into oxygen, and all this happens in the presence of UV light.
Are you sure you're in secondary school, sir? My God, that is a great answer. Yes is the answer. Well done. You know what, brother? Well done, man. My goodness, that is really fantastic. Guys, let's go with yours. ASJA Boys College of San Fernando. Here is your group question. Remember, for 20 points, 20 seconds as well. What are the major rules of the Paris Agreement rulebook? Make it count. All right, so you just have about 2 more seconds.
The major rules of the Paris Agreement is reporting your carbon emissions every 5 years to keep global temperatures limited to below 2 degrees Celsius, and that's it.
All right, so you have given the judges your response. Let's wait to see what they have to say about that. But while they deliberate, I just want to ask Karen, tell me something. What is the most popular thing about ASJA Boys College?
Well, we certainly have a very active waste reduction program in our school where we recycle plastic bottles. Well, they are collected in buckets in every class. And there's also a cleanliness campaign that goes on where classes are ranked by cleanest to dirtiest.
Fantastic. Well done. Yep, indeed. Great job to ASJA Boys and, of course, all the teachers involved in this as well. Remember, friends, if you just joined us, this is the grand final of the CZITT National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz, the battle between Central Trinidad Presentation College of Chaguanas and ASJA Boys College. Unfortunately, folks, that answer for the group question is incorrect. And, well, that's just the way it goes. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Let's take a look at the judges' tally and see what the points table look like. And we await to see if everything is crystal clear and everything is A-OK. And it looks quite good, yes? And I'm seeing here, ASJA Boys College of San Fernando, they're poised on 100 points, while Presentation College, they are 25 points ahead on 125. We take a short break and we return with the final round of battle right here. Do stay with us.
Fruta full of vitamin thing. Real fruit juice, full of vitamin. We got the vibes, Fruta. Real nice, Fruta.
Proud title sponsor of the CZITT National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz.
CZITT Sustainable Agricultural Carbon Sink, Food Production and Carbon Sequestration. Farmers plant trees for shade, carbon absorption and additional product sales. The community is engaged in tree planting. Corporate partners sponsor the activities. CZITT works with UE Engineering Institute to estimate the carbon sequestered in a form of voluntary carbon offsets. This is mapped for accountability. CZITT held a workshop on agriculture in a time of climate change and created training videos for its e-learning platform. Farmers experiment with niche products to maximize profitability in a flexible business model. The Carbon Zero Institute of Trinidad and Tobago, partnering for sustainable agricultural development. Let's discuss our next collaboration.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you for sticking around. It is the battle between Presentation College of Chaguanas and ASJA Boys of San Fernando. Let's get straight to it. This is an interesting round of battle. Strictly true or false questions. Nobody gets a chance to steal. Saeed, let's go with it. True or false? Trinidad and Tobago has a green building code that will ensure maximum renewable energy and energy efficiency in commercial buildings.
False.
That answer is correct. Karen, here we go with it. True or false? Remember, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change special report on pathways to 1.5 degrees Celsius was formally acknowledged at COP24.
True.
That answer is correct. We go to Rion and your question. Remember, it's true or false, all right? The average Trinbagonian generates approximately 4 pounds of waste per day.
True.
That is correct. We jump across to Aaron and your question, sir. Trinidad and Tobago's net carbon emissions is among the highest in the world.
True.
That answer is incorrect, unfortunately. And we go to Shivanand for your question. True or false? Trinidad and Tobago Solid Waste Management Company, or SWIMCOL, aims to manage all forms of waste in the country.
False.
That answer is correct. Khalid, here it is. It takes approximately 400 years for a styrofoam cup to decompose.
True.
That answer is correct. Well done. So, Mr. Xavier, I was just told that you are actually the head prefect. How difficult of a job is that, sir? It is very difficult. What is probably the most challenging thing for you as the head prefect?
Dealing with problems in the lower forms of the school.
Well, you don't seem to be a guy who has problems with dealing with issues. As a matter of fact, after that group question answer, let's go with it. An estimated 10% of the Earth's water is available for human use. Is it true or is it false?
False.
That answer is correct. Well done. We go to Andre and your question. The United Nations is an international organization formed after World War II to promote international peace, security, and cooperation. True or false?
True.
That answer is correct. Well done. We go to Ariane and your question, sir. The Montreal Protocol is gradually eliminating the combustion of fossil fuels as well as limit their damage to the Earth's ozone layer. True or false?
False.
That answer is also correct. Well done. We jump across to Hamath. Here we go. Without the human race, greenhouse gases would not exist. True or false?
False.
That answer is correct. Well done. Again, innovation at its best being put on by CZITT. It is the group question, but it's a group picture answer. All right, guys, remember you have 20 seconds to deliberate and also an additional 20 seconds to put your answer forward. Your picture is as follows. Here it is.
Okay, so from the picture, we could clearly see there's deforestation, and in the process of deforestation, trees die, and firstly, trees are a carbon sink for the world, so the carbon is not absorbed from the atmosphere, so their levels can increase, and additionally, from the decomposition of the tree itself, carbon could be released from the bark and all other parts of the tree, and more landslides are typically going to occur and could cause flooding in the natural drainage system of the world.
Very interesting answer. Let's see what the judges have to say. That was extremely elaborate, if you ask me. Very detailed, well formulated, very well articulated as well by the head prefect of Presentation College in Chaguanas. Fantastic group of young men, actually. And you know what, guys? You've done really well. That answer is correct. Well done. So let's jump with it. ASJA Boys of San Fernando, your picture is as follows. Here it is.
In the picture, you're seeing a forest on fire, which first of all is a destruction of a natural carbon sink in our atmosphere. And when the trees burn, the actual destruction of the trees would release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. But also, when the trees are not there anymore, it would not absorb any more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Also, from the fire, it shows one of the threats posed by climate change, which is increased forest fires. And with forest fires also comes the death to animals. Example, as we saw in Australia earlier this year, where hundreds of koalas and kangaroos had died.
Really well put together answer. We just wait to see what the judges have to say on that. And to me, that sounds quite interesting. Yes is the answer. Well done to ASJA Boys College. My oh my, that forest fire over in Australia is something that I hope never happens in the history of mankind ever again. That was something really detrimental. Let's see what the judges have to say at the end of this round of battle. This is the grand final, ladies and gents. They're all playing for it. Everybody goes for it. And the judges have ended their tally. And I'm seeing here, ASJA Boys College of San Fernando, they're poised in 160. And guess what, ladies and gents? Presentation College of Chaguanas on 195. Ladies and gentlemen, winning the second edition of the CZITT National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz, Presentation College of Chaguanas. Well done, gentlemen. And a round of applause again for the teachers involved as well. Fantastic. Really, really amazing battle between both schools. And at this time, I would like to invite Mr. Baldev Singh to please join me on set, and he would offer his words of congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Ramsabah. What a fantastic game. I heard the studio audience expressing it, and I'm sure you want to express it again. This really was fantastic. You said at the beginning that it's a gentleman's game. You fought like gentlemen, and I'm sure that you will congratulate each other, and you will understand that we are all in one fight, and that fight is against climate change. ASJA Boys College, San Fernando, you've done really well. I know you'll go back and analyze and all of that, but you're young, and we'll see you again in our competition. And also, we'll be looking for you to produce a great special project that demonstrates to the world the action we can take on climate change. And we'll be judging that on social media. So we're looking forward to that and participating with you in all of your great projects that you have coming up. Presentation College, Chaguanas, you came with a mission. I've seen that before. And your mission was to not only win the competition, but to make a statement. And I think you have done that, and you've done it really well. We congratulate you. We would be looking for you all with the special projects. I understand that you're going to plant 2,000 moringa trees, and that is going to be fantastic in itself. We all have to take the action against this climate catastrophe. As we say, don't pass up the opportunity, seize it. And it's because CZITT is there to work with you on all of these projects. Now I'm inviting His Excellency Justice Anthony Carmona to come onto the set, together with Mr. Prem Nanlal, our head of our advisory board, to offer congratulations. I'm asking the gentleman to come first in front of the stand and to be joined by your alternate and your teachers, please. His Excellency will distribute the medals, and Mr. Nanlal will assist and congratulate.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for both teams. And of course, we're really happy that you could have joined us today, Mr. Baldev Singh. Let's continue to congratulate the teams, yes?
Yes. This competition was not one about studying for an exam. It was not one about learning something, cramming, as we used to say, and then coming back to regurgitate it. This competition tested your ability to understand the concepts and to apply the concepts to different positions that we put to you. It also tested your critical thinking, and that you came this far means that you have a really high level of critical thinking. We see in you leaders who will carry this country forward, especially in this area of fighting climate change. We congratulate you. I am very proud to have been associated with you all during this competition. I want to now ask Mr. Nanlal to say a few words, followed by His Excellency.
You did say a few, okay?
It's microphone, sir.
It's working. We did show a picture in one of the quiz questions about old people and young people. Well, I am in the first category of an old person who, by virtue of my work in petrochemicals in the Point Lisas area, by virtue of monetizing natural gas that has brought tremendous wealth for Trinidad and Tobago, I have contributed to us being at the highest point in the world in per capita CO2. So for that, I want to say to all these young people that we are the old people who put the environment and this climate change disaster. And I am trying to make up for that by being involved in creating this awareness and educating the young people to reverse it. So we are planting some trees, but more than that, you now have the baton in your hands to take it and run with it to make sure that my grandchildren don't suffer the same kind of environmental disaster as the world is experiencing now. At the highest level, the Pope, the Dalai Lama, Greta Thunberg, this little Swedish girl, told the United Nations, all the big old men sitting in the high chair, and tell them, you all are destroying the earth. Stop it, right? So that's a message for you all to take that message, to take that battle, to run with it, and reverse what is happening with climate change. You've seen the Australian fires, you've seen hurricane over the Bahamas, you've seen floods unprecedented, you've seen all kinds of disasters that can be attributed to climate change. So I congratulate you. Take the battle and move climate change away from climate disaster. Thank you very much.
Education must be progressive, functional, and relevant. And what I found today here displayed were all those facets of what is required in the 21st century. The price of progress is high, especially when that progress is based on putting profits before people. When it is based on the environment, when it is based on exploitation and the degradation of the environment rather than conservation. When the price of progress is based on not using our resources in a sustainable, renewable manner. And this all leads to the crisis that we are now embracing. The crisis, the dilemma, the tragedy of climate change. And this is where I am very, very supportive of our young people in this regard, because you all are the solutions that we seek. As I've stated previously, the solutions that we seek against climate change are to be found in the classrooms of the world, because you are our future leaders. And if we sensitize you all about the need to engage in affirmative action will find its place in the corridors of governance and in the corridors of power. I dare say we continue not to be as progressive as we should be in Trinidad and Tobago and in the Caribbean region. And that is why, in fact, I'm here today, because you all are people of action. And you all, in more ways than one, you all are listening to what Antonio Gutierrez said recently in September of last year, when he hosted a climate change conference at the United Nations in New York. He told the world leaders words to the effect that this climate change conference will not be about fancy speeches, but about action. And this is what we are experiencing today through CZITT organization and its wonderful executives, that they're in the business of action in terms of bringing to the fore the crisis that we're in as a small island development states, and more importantly, in the context of a very fragile marine environment in the Caribbean region. So presentation call it Chaguanas. You know I'm a presman from Sando. So it's one presman from Sando to presman in Chaguanas, but presman all the same. And I have to admit my cup overflowed today, because I love you dearly. Once a presman, always a presman. And I want to congratulate you all on the excellent job that you did. To, in fact, ask your boys, I have been to your school. I see your passion. I looked at how, in fact, you all answered your questions today, and you all were phenomenal. You know, it bodes well when our young people can compete in an atmosphere of respect, mutual respect, and affability. And it bodes well for our future, that we as a nation can grow and become one of the greatest nations of the world. So again, Donald, I want to thank you very much for engaging in this project and continuing to push the agenda, the climate change agenda, because we have to save Mother Earth. This is our responsibility. Because when John Keats in the 17th and 18th century wrote about a thing of beauty is a joy forever, I want you to remember that line when you look at Mother Earth, because Mother Earth is a beautiful place, and we need to protect her. So thank you very much again, and all the best in your future endeavors. and all the best in your exams. I want you all to mash up the exams. You hear me? Both sides. Coming in June and July. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellency. Excellency, I'm going to put the boys on the spot to ask a member of each team to give you a response in terms of their experience with the quiz, what it has done for them, and where it positions them now. Starting with ASJA boys.
For me, for us, the quiz was a very eye-opening experience because we hear about climate change all the time, but the actual facts about how it's affecting us and how it's going to affect us in the future, we do not often hear about that. And for us, it was very eye-opening experience to see that we could still combat climate change, and all it has to do is changes in our everyday life, and that we have the power to do it. Thank you.
For us, this was, as you said, an eye-opening experience, but it was also, well, on a personal level, it was also uniting for us as we got to spend a lot of time with each other studying, and we developed a stronger bond that could carry us throughout school. And throughout this quiz, we learned a lot about the environment that, well, you just read in a textbook and just very blew past it. But we actually understood the significance of what is actually happening in the world and why even the very small contributions that we could make a difference in the world. Thank you.
Fruta full of vibes and ting. Real fruit juice, full of vitamin. We got the vibes, Fruta. Real nice, Fruta.
Proud title sponsor of the CZITT National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz.
Congratulations to the winners of the National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz, Presentation College Chaguanas. After 8 grueling weeks, you emerged the winners. SM Jalil and Company Limited through its Fruta brand salutes you. Justin Khan Ali, Rian Clark, Said Abraham, Shivanand Babalal, Xavier Joseph, Aryan Maharaj.
How was your experience participating in this quiz?
Well, to be honest, it was a really nice experience, educational, because, learning stuff in school and applying it practically to quizzes and stuff. And, presentation being a competitive school, we love to win. So it was just a very exhilarating experience. And we hope that the country could learn from this as a more out of the classroom setting and become more aware about climate change and assist in helping the cause.
Do you feel bad about beating any of the other sides?
No.
Why not?
Because, it's a competition and we wanted to win from the start. So, yeah, I didn't feel bad about beating anybody.
And which was the hardest team you competed against?
Probably the knockouts or ASJA, because it was the closest. And they did well as well, so I'd like to congratulate them.
Okay, so I did environmental science both in lower six and upper six, so it helped me to broaden my knowledge in environmental science other than what you would do in the curriculum.
Right.
So it just basically helped me to broaden my knowledge.
It's honestly helped me with examples and whatnot because it showcased real world situations that take place, and that really gives you that inspiration to really want to make a change. So it was very helpful, especially in the exam and whatnot. You could give those examples. So it was very good and informative.
I think the quiz helped me with critical thinking because it showed me like different challenges, and it kind of made me challenge my own self. And additionally, the content that helped me also with environmental sciences.
In looking at the quiz as it progressed, what was the feeling you had?
Well, it was one of total excitement because the topic is one that is very important in Trinidad and Tobago and in the entire world. It is about our future, and reducing carbon emissions is something that everyone should be concerned about. So our students participating in something like that is excellent because they learn a lot, as well as they can be used as a teaching tool so that the entire Caribbean or anyone who's viewing this show can see what it's all about and learn from the experience. And not only that, try to make a positive difference. Well done. You did it. You're the best ever.
Well, folks, there you have it. I feel really empowered to be standing with former leaders like Justice Carmona and, of course, the future leaders of our country and the pioneers with the fight against climate change. The CZITT family has brought us all together, and you know what? To make one thing happen, Trinidad and Tobago, and by the world, the carbon neutral place that it should have been. My name is Sachin Ramsabag. Over the last several weeks, we thank you for your loyal viewership. And you know what, friends? This has been the CZITT National Secondary Schools Climate Quiz. I am Sachin Ramsabag on behalf of the entire production team. Bye for now.